What is good, everyone, and welcome back to yet another video. I have waited until the end of the year to make probably the most cliche video of them all, which frankly every single YouTuber under the sun has probably made this video. What is in my camera bag 2021? But there's a little bit of a twist. I actually don't have a camera bag anymore. Those days are over. No, I'm joking. I still have a camera bag, but that's not the topic of conversation today. This is my camera bag. This is my travel bag of the year, I guess. This is what I've been using all year round on my trips, and we're gonna have a little look inside it and show you what I use when I go traveling. What's in this? Got a bit of a like army feel to it, I feel. Anyway, enough talking, let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the case itself. As we all know, this is the Pelican 1510. This case, the main reason why I bought this case is because they're allowed to be checked in as hand luggage on flights, and I am not an advocate for checking my equipment in through the hold because someone will nab my equipment. So this is what it looks like inside. I have the yellow and black inserts, and then I've got these little sort of netted compartments on the lid where I store lots of bits and bobs. So we're going to start off with like the main part of the Pelican. So as we all know, traveling with a lot of equipment, especially when you're traveling for a long time, can be a bit tedious on the back. And the reason why I've got the Pelican is because I have found it way more efficient for it to be transported around from location to location, instead of having something really heavy on my back where I'm sort of sweating and I have to keep taking it on and off. I don't think there's a problem with it, but I just find this a lot easier. If I'm going on a trip, or if I know I'm gonna be doing a lot of hiking or walking, then obviously I can't be lugging this up a mountain anytime soon. But for now, and for this particular video, I'm showing you absolutely everything that I take with me and that I have been taking with me when I've been to Dubai this year, when I went to Iceland, and this is pretty much how it is laid out when I'm traveling. So we're gonna start off with the main camera, which is my A7S3, which is on the tripod. So usually I'm taking an A7S3 and my A7 III as a backup. Usually I'll be taking photos on this. If I need a secondary camera to do video, I'll be using this. Two cameras, it's always good to take two cameras when you're traveling, because if one breaks, and I've experienced this before, if one breaks, you're fucked. And you don't particularly want to be going out and having to like search for a camera store nearby to buy another camera, because if something happens to that main driver, you're gone. Main camera, A7S III. I've been using the A7S III all year. Absolute beast. Earlier in the year, I was always taking along with me my A7 III, but as I've upgraded to the A7S III, which is like my main driver, absolutely everything has improved. The quality of the image, obviously picture-wise, it's probably not the best, but I have an A7R for that. But for now, we're just gonna be talking about like my two cameras that I mainly take with me for video, and if I need to do a couple of photos there. Now let's get on to lenses. Now my main lens, which I think I keep on my camera at all times, I probably don't take this off because since having it, I've mothered it, I've babied it. This is my pride and joy, which is the Sony 24-70 f2.8 G Master. This thing, this is serious, this lens. This is excuse that, because that is shaming Sharpie with a bloody sticker. That is awful. This lens has just comes in clutch in every single situation I'm in. Super quick autofocus. It's a very expensive lens, but you can get away with getting like a Sigma 1 or a Samyang. Alongside my 24-70, I have my main wide angle lens. So I actually have two wide angle lenses. The first one is my 14-24 Sigma, which I am currently filming on, which I film all of my tutorials with. It pretty much stays on my main angle when I film all of these tutorial videos. The reason why I got the 14-24 over the 16-35 is because I love the look of a 14mm. I love how wide it looks. And also the one drawback of actually having the 14-24 is I can't put NDs on it. I have to buy these special NDs which clip onto the back of the lens. So if anyone that does have this lens, you can get NDs for it, but you can only buy them, or I've only found them available to buy in America, in B&H, is that the shop? Then alongside the 14, I have this bad boy, and this is my Zeiss Batis 18mm. This is my vlogging lens. The reason why I have this and I don't vlog with the 14-24 is one, like I said, no NDs, so it's a problem if I'm wanting to film in direct sunlight or if it's a sunny day. Very, very easy to transport around. When you've got this on the A7S III and a mic, it's quite a small setup. Very, very good, handy lens. I don't really do much photography with the 18mm because I'm using the 14-24, but very light. Pretty much my only sole purpose of this lens is to vlog with. If it's on my lens and I want to take a wide angle shot, I will, but it's not going to be my go-to for landscapes, to be honest. And then alongside that, I have one more lens, which Charlie Roxburgh has, which is my 85mm. So I would show you that. My 85mm, again, sick lens, amazing for portraits, love using it for street photography. I've made a whole video about the 85mm. I don't need to ramble on and explain why I love it, but 85 is always in my kit. To be honest, I am really looking into getting something like a 70-200 maybe next year. I've been wanting to get a 70-200 for a very, very long time. And I think 2022, I'm gonna pull the trigger. Bankruptcy as well. Next up, microphone. This microphone, Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. This is absolutely fantastic. Windy conditions, absolute blizzard. I think it does very, very well. Audio from this is incredible. One downside to this, and a lot of other YouTubers have spoken about this mic in a lot of their videos as to why they like it and why they don't like it. Specific reasons to why I don't like it: if I've got it on my camera like so, and I'm filming like this, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at this rock, it's really nice, and oh, look at that guy, he's doing something funny. You can't hear shit because it's facing forward. Apart from that, it's absolutely incredible. You can even use it as a boom mic if you wanted to. I used this for about 6 months when I was making these sort of tutorial videos, and it boomed up like here. So you can get away with using this as a boom mic, vlogging mic, incredible microphone. But if you want to do a bit of talking when you're not actually got the camera facing you, you got to unscrew it, and it's a bit of a nightmare, but that's the only drawback. Apart from that, I think it's an incredible microphone. You can get it for a decent price now as well, and that is what I use all the time when I vlog. So VideoMic Pro Plus, hopefully they make one where it can maybe swivel around, make life a lot easier. Moving on now to the middle of the Pelican case, which is the battery compartment. In here, I keep the batteries for everything: camera, drone, GoPro, everything battery related lives inside the middle of the Pelican, and it's got these little straps which I can just fold down so they don't fall out or go into other compartments. So pretty much Sony batteries live in here, GoPro batteries live in here, and DJI batteries live in this compartment, alongside my GoPro. If I want to do any POV stuff, or if I want to get an extra angle when I'm out filming, I just have my GoPro in the middle. That's a GoPro 9 as well. To be honest, I would have thought I would have got a 10 by now, but YouTube money, you know. Drone, we all know how big of a fan I am of drones. We've got the DJI Air2S. This drone I've been using for the past few months since I made my video specifically about this drone. Absolutely incredible. When I was using it in Iceland, it actually done way better than I thought. The GoPro batteries in Iceland were like, no, take me out, put me in the bag in warmth, I can't do it. The GoPro batteries sucked in Iceland. They'd lasted like 30 minutes and died. But this, on the other hand, I was flying this in about minus 14 at night, which was around the Blue Lagoon. And this drone, batteries didn't like shortage. The drone took it like a champ. I had no issues with this drone in windy conditions, cold conditions, hot conditions, absolute tank. 5.4K, 1-inch sensor, that is a bit of me. And then alongside this is the controller. As we all know, a lot of people have beef about this controller, but I don't. I like it. I don't think it's that big of a deal or that kind of getting in the way. It's not a big problem for me. It slots in my Pelican down there really nicely next to the drone. And then alongside of these two other compartments, which I actually don't have filled out, is where I would keep my A7S III and my 85mm. Now we're going to go on to these parts, which are the netted compartments. When you actually buy a Pelican case, it doesn't come with any of this stuff. I bought this separately. It actually came with foam inserts, which I did use for quite some time. But the only downside with those foam inserts is that if you don't cut them out correctly, you end up pulling the entire thing out. Like if it's caught on like a side of a lens, or if the camera fits in really snug, you end up like pulling the whole insert out, which is a bit frustrating, which is why I went for these like foam inserts. Super easy. It's pretty much like what it looks like inside a camera bag, but in a case. This was £35 from CVP, very good website if you guys want to pick up some camera gear. This was £35, just this entire little netted section. Okay, so this compartment, I keep all of the knickknacks. So GoPro sticky stuff, this little GoPro handle if I want to do some vlogging with the GoPro, these things, so I can just stick this to anything. Ideally, I used all of these when I was mounting them to like cars, snowmobiles when I was in Iceland, dashboards, anything like that. Just stick one of these to it, and then the GoPro just slots in there. So I've just got quite a lot of these just like kind of scattered about. I've got lots and lots of cables in here, like micro USB, USB-Cs. Just take a shitload of cables with me because I'll have things that I need to charge, such as like the drone, camera, bloody gimbal, which all take USB-C. Underneath, I have this. It looks like a really shitty plastic bag, but it comes in super handy. But pretty much, the camera just sits inside here, and there's a little stringy pulley thing, and then that goes around the lens, and you pull it, and it tightens to the lens, and your camera is safe from water or rain. So that just lives in there in case of any rainstorm situations I've been in. In the same compartment, I keep this little sensor cleaner bottle, which I use to clean my sensor. In there, sensor cleaner, sensor cleaning kit, boring stuff. Next to that compartment, I keep my SSD or hard drive. I take this SSD, if I can get it out, around with me. It's pretty much clear, and I clear it every single time I go away, just to have something that I can back up footage on. And another one problem, which I think some people who definitely own Pelicans have probably experienced with this, where is the laptop sleeve? With my regular camera bag, it has a laptop slot, and this doesn't. So I had to take my laptop separately, whether I'm like carrying it or I even like put it in my suitcase. I wouldn't really advise doing that. I might get something or find a way that I can attach my laptop to this. This has a lot more space. I can fit a lot more in here, but I've literally been back from Iceland for the past like couple of days, and I thought it'll be a great time to actually make a video about this, as it's already still sort of packed. Above it is this is the pouch that contains ND filters. 82mm thread, 77mm thread, and I've also got a Pro Mist. So I keep all of the NDs nicely tucked away in this little pouch. Again, super safe. I probably wouldn't risk like jamming this up with loads of NDs. It fits about 4 in. All in all, very reliable little pouch by JJC. Got this for £14 on Amazon. Usually I keep my Sony charger in there, but my Sony charger is in the office because I was charging batteries from yesterday. So that is the compartment for the ND filters. Last compartment, we have the multi-tool. A lot of situations I've been in where I need to like tighten something, I need to cut something. So this has got a knife, it's got bloody pliers, it's got an Allen key, it's got loads of stuff inside it. Look at it, it's like a bloody transformer, mate. Multi-tool, super useful, super handy to come into play on shoots where you need to tighten something, loosen something, cut something. That's its purpose, you know? So keep the multi-tool in there, and then we have flashlight. I remember when I was in Iceland, actually, I dropped a micro SD in the fucking snow, and I was like, everyone stop. Torch comes in clutch. And then lastly, the SD card pouch. Self-explanatory. Keep my SDs in here. And I'm broke because I've only got 64 gigs to show. Usually they're filled with 256 gigs. SD card pouch, usually that's filled with micro SDs, stuff like that. Went away for a couple of days, only needed about 3 SDs. Now the final item that I bring along with me, which doesn't again fit in the Pelican case, I'm really like not selling this Pelican, am I? Is my gimbal, my DJI Ronin RS2. Which I have somewhere. What the fuck did I just do with it? So this is my Ronin, my little DJI Ronin RS2 case. I've kept my Ronin in this case since I bought it. I rarely take it out of the case when I'm traveling with it. I don't really like put it in my camera bag and take all the bits and bobs. It stays in this at all times. The reason why is because I just know where all my parts are, to be honest. It's a really nice little case. It's not too big. It's like hard shell. DJI done a really good job when creating the box for the Ronin RS2. And then the gimbal just sits very nice and snug in there like that, mate. This is my main gimbal. This gimbal is just unbelievable. It's so smooth. Easy to set up. It's probably the fastest working gimbal in terms of setup time I've ever used. 100% worth the money. For anyone that's wanting to invest in a gimbal, this is built different. Now you know what I mean, like by the dual handle. Then once the camera is on here, this is a dream setup to work with. It flows so nicely. You've got a little touch screen here. You've got a focus puller here. You've got the joystick. Everything about this gimbal is sexy. Let's put it like the red assets, carbon fiber. This is like my entire like run and gun gimbal setup. Very easy to like set up, take down, balance, as you know. Now I've just put it up, I've got to take it down. That is my complete entire travel bag case setup, as you want to call it. That is what I've been using pretty much the majority of this year. That is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, don't forget to leave a like rating, subscribe if you are new. Any more video suggestions that you lot have that you want me to make over the course of December, whether it be gift guides, lens reviews, let me know down in the comment section below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I shall see you all very soon in the next one. Take care. Peace.